Yeah, my name's Zakashi, and in this video I'm going to be showcasing LF Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Gogeta Blue. He's finally here. So great, it's so great to see him here in Legends. It feels like it's been such a long time, like we've just been hoping for him to come and he hasn't came, like for real. But he's actually here and his art's beautiful, everything's beautiful. I'm going to be showing his kit in these PvP gameplays. I'm doing some post commentary because if you don't know, I'm actually not home, so I have to do it like this. It's not really a problem for me, but let me know how you find the commentary and whatnot. If it's bad, if you prefer it live or you don't mind this. But yeah, if you haven't already, make sure to press that subscribe button on this grind to 15k. All my socials are on the left. It's the YouTube channel, but we got Twitter, Twitch, Reddit, Instagram, and a Discord link all in the description below, so make sure to check me on all of those. But yeah, let's get into what he can do. So looking at Gogeta straight off the rip with his like stats and whatnot, I was thinking this is not the Gogeta Blue we've been waiting for. His stats are not high at all. His defenses are not great as well. They're cool. Like I was thinking, what the hell? So he has to make it up by his kit overall. It can't just be his stats that's going to carry him. So what I ended up doing, well, not what I ended up doing, what he ended up having was good uniques and main abilities and things all over the place. So first, if we look over his stats and go into the details where the arts cards are held, you can see that he draws in a card, whether it's strike or blast, and he gets extra damage depending on what card it is. So if it's a strike arts, he gets 20% strike damage inflicted for 2-time accounts, but that's on occasion that extra strike cards that comes in. And then with the yellow, the blast, you get 10% damage to inflicted to self. That's the overall damage inflicted for 10-time accounts, which is way better. If you know me, I love my damage inflicted. Going into his arts cards, his blast card is the best thing there. The fact that you can't strike through it, like fusion warriors and people that are annoying in that sense, they're just gonna get stopped. So that's really good that it has anti-blast armor. I think the only other person to have that in the game is the LF Piccolo, which is quite cool. The special move is a good source of getting damage inflicted. You get plus 30% to damage inflicted, which is really nice. And you also inflict the enemy with attribute downgrade minus 50% to health restoration. The green card is amazing counter. It's an amazing counter. It's called God Counter. Works practically the same way as the green card for Zenkai 7 Red Gogeta, but this one here, you actually get plus 50% to damage inflicted. You draw strike cards next, you get 40 key, and on top of that it cancels the enemy's attribute upgrades, and you also inflict the enemy with no switching, so therefore you're just going to keep them locked in, which is really good. And it's anything that has a fist type thing, which is nice. And you also reduce the damage received by 30% just by pressing it, which is really good. The ultimate arts is insane. It obviously, because it's an LF, it's going to nullify the restore health when it reaches 0, which is really nice. It also does plus 30% to ultimate damage inflicted for 3-time accounts, and it has blast armor, meteor explosion, the beautiful LF itself. Now let's go into his actual abilities where you find the bulk of him, and I'm going to explain how you really use him to actually get the most out of him, because you're probably thinking, wow, this guy's not that good, but that's only if you're not using him right. So the main ability here, it's not really anything in terms of buffing himself, it's more so affecting the enemy. But he draws the ultimate arts card. It's called I'm Far Stronger Than That, the main ability. He also restores his own health by 30% and ki by 40. Gain attribute upgrade minus 100% to enemy sustained damage cut effects for 30-time accounts, and nullifies own attribute downgrades and abnormal conditions for 30-time accounts. So you can just see it's really affecting the enemy, but he also like solidifies himself, doesn't really make himself stronger, but you get what I'm saying. Now the Z abilities, you know what they're saying. Sagas from the movies at 2 stars. I only pulled him once, unfortunately, so this is what we got. Hopefully I'll pull him some more later. I'm not even gonna try for Broly, like dead serious. But if we go into the unique abilities, the first one is what's really good. Now this is how you actually play him. So if I was just to explain it quickly, the unique ability called Ultimate Fusion, the way to actually get the most potential out of Gogeta is to get as many cards off early game with him as you can. So if you start a combo with anybody and you get the first priority, you're going to want to actually just use all the cards with Gogeta, because that will build up his buffs. And when I explain this unique ability, you'll see that. So Ultimate Fusion applies the following effects to self when battle starts. Plus 60% to damage inflicted, cannot be cancelled. Reduces damage received by 30%. And then all of that by 30%, and key recovery by 50%. Applies the following effects to self when this character enters the battlefield. Restores health by 10%. Restores key by 30%. Plus 20% to damage inflicted for 20 timer counts. And nullifies enemy special actions when activate changing cover. Oh, it's the second one. I made a mistake. The second unique ability does what I was going to explain. My fault. But you can see all surpassing power. This is the real deal. Plus 25% to damage inflicted against tag powerful opponent, cannot be cancelled. Applies the following effects to self upon landing a strike or blast arts hit. Now here is what I was saying about you wanting to use as many cards as possible just straight away. So you get 10% to damage inflicted up to 50%, cannot be cancelled. Plus 5% to ultimate damage inflicted up to 30%, cannot be cancelled. So you want to build up the buffs for the damage inflicted to 50% for blast and strike arts, and you also want to build up the ultimate damage to 30% as soon as possible, so you can do the most damage overall. And then obviously explains the cover change at the end that knocks enemy back to long range, which is really good, and you can only combo a special move into that. But for all of these gameplays, I was really just trying to get to the point where it says null effect type thing. It's just basically signifying that you can't get any more buffs because you've hit the max. You've done the maximum amount of cards with Gogeta, so you can't actually do any more cards. But yeah, that's actually how you actually bring out his maximum potential. You could run him on different teams like I did, Sagas, Fusions, and God Key, even Saiyans if you wanted. But I feel like Fusions is the best team, even though I can't fit him on 6-star. The Saga from the movies team isn't that great, but if you got LF Broly as well, I suggest using it. I do not have him, and I'm not going to pull him, like no cap, unless I just pull Gogeta real early, which is probably not gonna happen. But yeah man, that's pretty much it. You guys can see the gameplay, and you can see like he actually works so well if you use him properly in terms of getting his buffs. But it just depends on how fast you can build it up. Early game he's not that strong, and his defenses are not that great. However, you can get extra, like you can solidify him more through the green card, getting the reduces damage received. But yeah, that's all I pretty much got to say. I'm gonna let the gameplay play on. That's the good thing about post commentary, is that even if I'm done talking, there can still be more gameplay for you guys to see. But yeah, hopefully you guys have enjoyed this video so far. If you haven't already, make sure to press that subscribe button on this grind to 15k. I'm gonna just leave it like that, guys. Again, enjoy the rest of the video. Hopefully you guys have been enjoying the video so far. My name is Zakashi, guys, and I will see you guys in the next one.
Let me show you what I can do.
Stay loose.
Gotcha! Don't say I didn't warn you. Here goes. Mino. Kamehameha!
Turning up the heat. Turning up the heat. I'm gonna beat the crap out of ya. Here we go. Here goes. Here. Here we go.
Give it up.
Coming at ya.
There you go. Time to switch for this. My ultimate. Try this. Here you go. Out of you. Things are just getting started. Don't say I didn't warn you. Here you go. Try this. Impossible. I lost. I'll take this. Here you go. Let's go. is mine!
Huh. So you're a Saiyan too. Let's see if you deserve to keep calling. Here we go! Here goes!
You alright? Give it up! Let's go! Here you go! You like that? You won't be laughing in a moment. Here you go!
Don't quit on me now!
On my own. Let's get down to it. Surprise! And stay down! I'll blow you to smithereens! Here you go! Try this!
I'm gonna beat the crap out of ya! Coming at ya! Gotcha! Ha! I win!
Not the best you can do. You're nothing but Let's end this. This is my ultimate technique. Here goes. Get out of here. Please, lend me your energy!